Alright, how is everybody doing? This is Lucas the Dukas, and we are once again checking out two very impressive airships. I say once again, but I don't think we've ever really checked out some airships before. But here are two very impressive airships, one made by GopeScope, and this would be called the Rocketeer, and the other one is made by a user by the name of IV Nomad. So the one made by Nomad is more of a Zeppelin creation. It sort of looks more like a Zeppelin. The other one, it sort of looks like a floating pirate ship, if you will. So it has sort of an open deck area to the point where maybe some of the people that were remaining this vessel with you could shoot with like rockets or something along those lines and actually end up doing a lot more damage. I've seen a couple very impressive rocket mods that are available on the workshop, and the other one is definitely more of a armored design, so it looks more like a Zeppelin than the other one, as I was saying. This one sort of has a very distinctive like shark head that's like mounted on the front of it, so it sort of has like light up eyes. Makes it look a lot more ominous. So yes, two very cool looking airships. GopeScope sort of has a little bit of a setup that it's sort of like the guns of Inaris, so his ships are open for people to be like shooting rockets and, you know, being able to have a bunch of passengers that could actually do something on the deck of the ship. It should be pretty interesting, so let's take a look at both these ships, get a little bit more of an in-detailed look at both of them, and then we're gonna set up for the battle, and it should be a pretty satisfying one, I'm thinking. Alright everybody, so here we are with the two airships. One is a lot bigger than the other one, as you can see here. So the Kirov is definitely a different rolled ship than this one. So both these ships sort of have different roles that sort of they excel in. So it's a little weird that I'm putting these both up against each other. It might be a little lopsided, a little one-sided, but each of these ships sort of has something in its favor. So this one is a lot quicker, able to just sort of dance around the larger Kirov, but this one has a lot more armor, a lot more of its, you know, necessary, and it's a lot more of its crucial blocks and crucial components are sort of hidden beneath the shark frame of this beastly monstrosity. So this one, you know, it's a lot more open. So you have the reactors out here in the open, you have gyroscopes that are sort of hidden in here, and some hydro thrusters that are also hidden. But a lot of the ship is, you know, is vulnerable to turret fire. So obviously you could take out your medical panel, you could take out some cargo, you could take out a wide variety of things that you wouldn't be able to take out as easily on the Kirov. But that makes this one just one hell of a lot lighter than the Kirov, so it's able to just, as I said, it's able to just dance around it if it wants to. So this would be the Rocketeer, made by GopeScope, and a very, very impressive design. So if you guys have ever played the Guns of Inaris, so this is sort of what I believe he was going for. In the description, he hasn't said that, you know, he was inspired by Guns of Inaris, but that's just sort of what it reminds me of. So as you can imagine, you have one pilot that's going to be sitting in this front pilot seat right here. We got some other people that can, you know, stand right here and maybe shoot some rocket launchers. So at the moment, I don't have any modded weapons on. But there's a plethora of modded rocket launchers and modded laser turrets and all that kind of stuff that's available in the workshop. So it's just a lot more of a personal kind of feel. So each person on the deck of this ship could have their own role. So one person could be sort of focusing on piloting the different turrets. So by default, these turrets they're set to off. So you can't the way that the GopeScope created it, he wants people to actually get in the seat and manually control the turrets, similar to Guns of Inaris. You don't really have to do that, so you can just turn the turrets to on, you know, obviously, and then you could do this by yourself. You don't need a whole crew of people. But it would definitely be a lot more exciting if you had a whole crew of your shipmates just going out and gathering booty throughout the galaxy. So we have a top area right here. You know, not really much to do up here, but it's just sort of a nice upper level to give yourself a little bit more of a idea of the scale of this ship. So it's not the biggest ship, but it also has, you know, a fair amount of room to sort of to scout around in and to sort of walk around here. So you can imagine just a whole bunch of fun with this thing. The Kirov, gosh darn it, you guys, very, very impressive. As that fucking drone flew through here, but as you can see down here, a wide variety of gyroscopes along with some large atmospheric thrusters. So it's always nice to see the God, it's happening again. This is why you turn off cargo ships when you're trying to do something like this. Fuck you! They just suicide bomb it too. It's like, I can understand if they just wanted to shoot it, but they just come and they suicide bomb those bastards. So yeah, it's nice to see protected large atmospheric thrusters on the inside here, as well as just a bunch of gyroscopes and some other essential necessities in here that you would want to keep a little hidden away. So this is actually a pretty large airship, you guys. Pretty large airship. It's all conveyed, so you know, very, very convenient setup here. Easy to access all your different ports. So let's get out of here. Let's check out the actual inside of the airship. This is not meant to be accessed. The only reason I got in here without destroying something is because a drone ship decided to kamikaze me. So we come in here, we have a very open cockpit area, suitable for about three pilots. So a couple people could be manning some turrets, and one person could actually be driving. So we have 4 cockpit seats, and as well as I really enjoy this. As you can see here, this like glass floor. So you walk around here, just a beautiful view in the Kirov. See over there the Rocketeer. So yeah, definitely not the most secure design, so you could be shot out of this fairly easily because, you know, obviously it's all glass. But it is also very beautiful. A very inspiring design to be able to... I like that sound of the walking on glass for some reason. But as you can see, here are our main turrets on the bottom here. All 4 of them. So yeah, that about does it for the Kirov. A very open cockpit area. A viewing angle of every side besides the top. Just very, very beautiful. I especially like the glass floor, so you can actually get a good idea of how high up you are. And it also makes it very ideal for using the bombardment little warheads here connected to the merge blocks, because you can look down here and see what, you know, your general area, you know, what you're above of, and then you can have a little bit more of a better idea of where these warheads are going to land, and you can also see them coming down through the floor here. So it's just all around a beautiful design. There's also a couple things I'd like to point out on this thing. This has not been damaged right here, so this is just you spawn it in and this is what it looks like. So I'm not sure why he went for this kind of design. I sort of have an idea of why he went for this, just to sort of give it a sort of like a balloonish type of a design. So it's not as, it's sort of rigid. It's not as like flat, and it's not as curved. It's sort of just like a little bit of random. So it's definitely a curious thing. I haven't seen many people go for armor deformation as like a way to actually design their ship. So it's actually an interesting concept that might, you know, it definitely makes it look a lot different. It sort of gives it a different feel to it. So it's just a beautiful ship. In the back here you can see some of the main hydro thrusters. A lot of the thrusters are actually on the inside of the ship, so on the outside it doesn't look like it has that many side and downward facing thrusters, but on the inside it actually has a good amount of them. So yes, everybody, that about does it for both these ships. This would be the Rocketeer by GopeScope. Definitely the smaller design. Actually has a little bit more turrets on it, so as you can imagine, this thing's going to be able to sort of... God damn it! Stop it! My God. Oh, now someone's calling me. God damn it. And before we start the battle, just look at this view. This is one of my most favorite things about the Rocketeer. It's just the views you can get on this. So just imagine if one of your buddies is driving and you're just sitting on here with your rifle or your rocket launcher, just decimating things that are on the ground or other airships that are right next to you. Just looks completely beautiful. Gives you a really, really nice view of your landscape. Pretty much a, you know, a 360 view. You can see down here, see the little settlement down there. Just an intense amount of room down here. Oh my god. Sultan, what are you doing? He's flipping it. Why on earth is he flipping it? I have no idea. This is a curious battle decision. Maybe because all the turrets are on the bottom of the Kirov? I have no idea. But we're going in. Oh my god. That does not look good. Oh, we're out. Holy shit, quick ass battle, you guys. We're out. We're both falling. No. Okay, so it looks like Sultan has crashed. Maybe that has something to do with him flipping the ship. Yeah, so we're just gonna try this again. We're gonna go at it for our second run. Maybe we're gonna take a couple of the turrets. I put maybe a little bit too many turrets on the Kirov, so we may take a couple of those off. Alright, so I'd like to thank everybody for watching, taking part in yet another pretty okay battle. So this wasn't actually our greatest battle. It was very one-sided. That first skirmish we had, Sultan, my buddy, actually flipped the Kirov to the point where it was completely upside down, and he was still able to destroy me within like 10 seconds. So we sort of I ended up modifying the Rocketeer just a little bit, so I added some more rocket turrets and added some more regular turrets. And I thought that I would put a little bit more on the Kirov just because I didn't want it to be. I thought that maybe the Rocketeer was actually just gonna be way too quick for it and be able to just completely obliterate it really fast. But what ended up happening is, gosh darn it, the Kirov just had too many missiles, too many turrets on it. So we went back for a second battle, and that one was very short too. So 2 very short battles. It was still pretty eventful. It still looked pretty cool, but definitely 2 ships that have 2 very different roles and probably shouldn't have put up against each other. But we had two airships in this episode, and I thought, they both have weapons on them. They're both PvP capable, so I thought that maybe we would put them up against each other. 2 very impressive ships. I highly suggest you go check out both of them. GopeScope is on the airship game right now, so he has several different airships. He has a mod that's just completely dedicated to basically like recreating the guns of Anaris and having two teams go against each other and 2 similar ships that are like the Rocketeer. Now the Kirov I just found just randomly on the workshop, and I thought it looked really cool, and the bombardment thing I thought would make a really good intro. So 2 very impressive ships. One may have been destroyed a lot quicker than the other one, but it's to be expected. The Kirov is such a bigger ship and has so much more armor dedicated to protecting very important components. So in the first battle, my hydro just got knocked out really quick, so I couldn't keep myself up. And show you guys for the end of this episode, we're gonna crash the Kirov into the earth. Now it does really weird stuff when you crash the ship. I don't know if it's just this ship or if it was a patch that had just been updated, but it doesn't do much damage, but it does the weirdest thing. So I'm gonna see if it will do it again. Last time it like clipped through the world and started shaking violently. This time, who knows what's gonna happen. So let's see it. And I'd like to thank Sultan for piloting the Kirov. He was having some crashing and some struggles with his computer, but still, regardless, it still ended up pretty good, you guys. So let's check out this crash and let's see what's gonna happen. You guys, I did not expect this to happen. I have no idea what's happening, to be honest. I think trees are just like spawning randomly. So yeah, god damn, does this ship do weird things when it crashes. Like a whole missile storm of logs just like flying out as soon as I get out of the ship. Oh my god, we have some trees going on right now. Jesus Christ. I've never seen this before. We have trees just spawning. Oh my god. This is an eco-friendly ship. We are just fucking spawning trees right now. I don't understand it. You guys, I thought it was gonna do something weird, but I had no idea. I wonder if it's gonna stop, or are we just endlessly spawning trees? Oh my god. Beautiful. No idea. Has anybody ever seen this bug before, where you hit some trees and it just starts spawning fucking trees? Oh my god. What is happening? Dude, we're spawning trees. This may be a very effective ship. I don't know. Oh my god, this is wild. Sultan, please tell me you're seeing this. Oh my god. No fucking way. Jeez. Oh my. The weirdest bug. Has this ever happened? It's never happened to me before. Oh my god, we're groundbreaking news here, you guys. We have fucking trees spawning violently. Violently. Oh my god. It's still going. Sultan, get down here and check out these fucking trees, man. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I have no idea what's going on. We are still spawning trees. Well, alright, you guys. We have discovered a groundbreaking bug that is pretty exciting. This might be extremely hard to duplicate. Are we still spawning trees? I think it may have stopped, but very, very interesting bug. Regardless, you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please support the mod authors in the description. Two very impressive airships that are due the utmost respect and the utmost consideration, my friends. So me and Sultan, God, it's really windy down here too. Extremely windy. So yes, my friends, me and Sultan are gonna figure out what if we can recreate the tree debacle, if that's possible in any way. But you guys, once again, this is Luke the Duke, and good night and good luck.